Hi everyone, it is January 14th, 16th. It is January 16th. It is a Wednesday, and your girl is not doing too well. I hate when I wear glasses that the light always constantly blocks out my eyeballs, and glares off of my glasses. Anyway, like I said, I am not doing the greatest today. Yesterday was a pretty horrible day as well. Relating to my wonderful type 1 diabetic life, I just felt really off. I know that I told you guys that I haven't had my Dexcom, so I never know what my blood sugars are at unless I poke my finger again. And yesterday morning, I came downstairs and was not feeling right whatsoever, so I knew that I was probably low. And I got the kids up for school and checked my work phone and emails, got the kids ready, and it was probably like 7:40 and the kids left for school. And then I went about my normal things and started getting the dogs fed and putting the dogs outside. And I went to my porch door to let Kita out, and I remember putting the chain on her to let her out the front door. And I remember closing the door. And then after that, I don't remember too much. I remember being really dizzy. I remember like the black frame, like in your vision, like there's this black frame and you can only see like in the middle, and it just got darker and darker until there was nothing left to see. I ended up waking up about an hour later on the floor in between my table and the door that I let the dog out of. And my dog Cleo was barking at me and nudging me, and the cat was on me. And I tried to get up, and I was just so dizzy and so disoriented, and yeah, scary. And then I realized that my shoulder, my neck, my arms, my legs, that everything felt like, it basically felt like I had just, my whole body had like a really bad Charlie horse or muscle spasm. And as I was laying there, I realized I just had another diabetic seizure. So I got up off the floor. Thank God that I didn't go into a diabetic coma, because usually if you suffer from a seizure, that's generally what happens if you're really hypoglycemic. And I got up and I just hurt and I ached so bad from head to toe. And I checked my blood sugar, poked my finger, and it was, at that point, it was at a 31, which is dangerously low. So I had some glucose tablets in my purse, and I chewed some glucose tablets to try and help bring my blood sugars up. And of course, we had nothing in my house as far as like juice or anything like that that I should have taken or drank. But we did have some honey roasted peanuts. So I remember I ate a handful of honey roasted peanuts as well. And I just kind of sat here for a little bit. Actually, right here, where I am, right here. I just sat here for a little bit and was like, really? This just happened again? Yeah. I didn't feel good all day yesterday after that happened. My vision has been really off. I don't know how to explain it. Like, even with my glasses on, it feels like I don't have my glasses on because everything's still just too dark, kind of blurry. So I thought that I should probably call my endocrinologist and let them know what happened, but I did never get that far. I just kept monitoring my blood sugars, and I really couldn't do much besides lay on the couch. Here's some TMI info, so if you don't like hearing about periods, then maybe you should pause this or skip this part, but generally, as a type 1 diabetic, when I have my period, I got that on Monday, and when I have my period, my blood sugars are generally, always a little higher than normal, just because of how bad my periods are as far as pain. It's not a normal period when I get mine, so yeah. I really wasn't thinking that I would bottom out real low, considering that I had my period, and it's just weird that it did happen in general. I'm kind of still, like, foggy feeling in my head, even since yesterday, but that's also because last night I did not sleep very well at all because I was having low blood sugars all night last night, and when you're type 1 and you don't have alarms or anything to let you know when you're going low, it's kind of risky to go to sleep, so I would just keep laying there and every so often checking my blood sugars, and it's just been a bad couple of days. I really need to get my Dexcom back. And for you that don't know why I don't have it currently, it's because it's the obviously beginning of a new year, and our insurance changed, and our insurance was incredibly, insanely priced last year, but this year it went way higher. Let's just put it that way. So as far as my premiums and our deductible that needs to be met, we just don't have that money, and I can't get the things that I need to survive. Thank you, US of A. So that is kind of what's been going on, and I guess I wanted to document it because there's so many people that tell me that, you know, life with type 1 diabetes isn't that bad. Like, you know, it's not like you're dying from a cancer sentence. It's not like you have been, you know, plagued with this and that and this disease that everyone considers worse than the other. And I don't think one disease is necessarily worse than the other. It's just, it is and it isn't. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I feel bad that I'm not taken seriously, I guess, sometimes when it comes to being a diabetic, and people saying, you know, well, change the way you eat, change the way you exercise, or get exercise, lose weight, do this, drink apple cider and you won't be a diabetic anymore. Well, let me tell you something. When you're a type 1 diabetic, those things do not apply. Nothing I do is ever going to make my non-functioning pancreas decide to do its job again. It does not work. My body does not create the insulin that I need to live. Drinking apple cider and cinnamon isn't going to magically make my pancreas work again. You know, doing all of these things that people think, losing all this weight and doing all of this, now those are good things, whether you're a type 1 or a type 2, or just in general eating better and losing weight and all of that are significant living a healthy lifestyle. But And they are even as a type 1 diabetic. I've noticed the more weight that I've lost, the less insulin that I need throughout the day to keep my body stabilized. So those are good things. I know this, you guys, I know this. But, you know, it makes you think that I'm lucky I woke up off the floor. I was alone all day. I wasn't babysitting, thank God, and I wasn't working or anything. So there was no one that knew that I was at home on the floor, laying there unconscious, having a seizure for Lord knows how long. So it is scary, and it doesn't make one disease any better or less scary than the other. I literally could have died right there on my floor. My kids would have come home, and they could have possibly found their mom on the floor. Cleo's getting crazy because I'm crying, and she hates that when I cry. Come here, Cleo, I'm fine. And I'm not trying to be a big baby about it. I'm really not. I wasn't even going to update you guys as far as what really happened. But then it's like, you know what? This is part of my life. And I share my life with you guys. You know that I'm a diabetic. And I decided I am sharing this with you because... Okay. Alright, so I had to take a second and completely hone it in. Bring it in, girl. Because I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place with this too. Like I cannot hold my phone decent whatsoever or stable. And that's because I'm still shaky because I am still low. I have done everything. I even drank a soda. And I don't know why, because everyone's going to ask me why. I don't know why I have these lows, why I get them like this. Before, I was getting extreme highs. I've got that dialed into now where I know exactly what I need per gram, per carb, per meal, and I got that, you know, figured out. I've changed and worked with my endocrinologist so many times to fix my, the rate that my pump gives me my insulin, and throughout the day, I've changed that. We've lowered it how many times, which is good because the less insulin I need, the better. And I know another thing is that I've said this before, I haven't been eating real well. I haven't been eating much at all, which is another reason why my body is like, hello, food, what's going on here? Eat. And I don't know. It's just like, I'm having issues, and it started, I'd say, about 2 weeks ago already. As diabetic, you're supposed to have your vision checked once a year, where they dilate your pupils and they check the blood vessels behind your eyes, and they make sure there's no pressure and swelling, and they look for cataracts and floaters and just different things like that. I have not had that done in 3 years, so that is definitely not good, and I've been having issues with my vision, but I'm actually having someone pull into the driveway right now, you guys, so I'm going to have to pick this up later and hopefully explain more. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. The FedEx guy ended up coming to my house, and then I had to leave to go to my friend's house to help take care of her animals. So I'm going to just wrap this all up. I was going to go somewhere with that video, I guess. I wanted to make it so that everyone kind of understands how significant of a disease that type 1 diabetes can be. Not to make it a woe is me, feel bad for me story. I almost died, blah, blah, blah. No, I just want someone, I guess, to be aware I want people to be aware of the fact that maybe it's just that life is too short in general. And we just need to make use of the time that we have, I guess. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm so all over the place, you guys. Like, I don't know. Is there a point to this? I don't know. Maybe it's just because my blood sugars are still low. But don't worry. They're high enough that I can be driving. I'm finally back up to an 80. I don't know. I feel really stupid now that I started making this video. And I don't even know if I'll use the footage because I do feel like a crybaby. Like, I don't let myself get emotional too often. And you guys, it just really does something to you when you realize that, you know, I have so much that I need to be around for. My kids, number one, is my number one reason. Like, they need a mom. They need a strong mom. They need me. And I don't want to let type 1 diabetes or any other thing take me out of the running because that's my job. My job is to be a mom. My job is to be there for those kids. And that's just what I want to do. You know? I just want to be here for them. So, no more wow moments from yours truly. If you guys want me to make a video, maybe more in the depth, I have some on my channel in my playlist for my type 1 life, random life with type 1 diabetes. If you want some more videos in relation to diabetes, like my pump and all of those kind of things, I guess let me know in the comments below. Maybe we'll touch base more on this in like an actual dedicated to diabetes video. But it was just a moment the last 2 days that I wanted to share with you guys. And being sidetracked, I remember now I was saying about my eyes. There is something going on with my eyes. I don't know what. I keep having a lot of floaters and everything just looks too dark. It looks too dark outside than what it really should be. Like, if I look at an object, it looks too dark. Like, for how long when I was trying to video, I kept saying, my screen's too dark, my screen's too dark, and I kept adjusting the light, and then everyone would be like, that's so bright, why do you have your screen so bright? And I'm like, really? I can barely see it. And I've noticed it just looking at different random objects, and I'm like, why is it, everything just doesn't look bright enough? So I know that I'm going to have to go to an eye doctor as well. I've known this for so long, and I have so many people yelling and complaining at me that I need to go. But those appointments aren't cheap either. And as soon as you can tell me that there's a place that I can go and get these peepers checked and only be able to pay like so much now and then just keep making payments, I would love to go. I would love to know what's going on with my eyes. I don't want to be 37 years old and freaking blind, okay? Like, I hate that everybody thinks that I am just being stubborn and ill-willed towards the things that I need in my life, but my children and other priorities have to come first. My bills that need to be paid so we have a house to live, I need to pay those bills. I can't use that money for eye appointments and insulin and things like that. I just can't. So I'm not someone that goes around and harps on everyone else about how they spend their money and how they use their money. I know I need to be better about it, but it's like, I even had someone go as far as telling me, well, maybe you should stay out of the Dollar Tree and then you could afford these things. I don't spend that much money at the Dollar Tree. And how do I word this? To make money, you need to spend money. So for me on YouTube, when I spend some money and I purchase all the things from the Dollar Tree, I make what I spent on that Dollar Tree and then some back by posting that video to YouTube. So in all reality, I'm making money from spending some money. It's not a lot of money, but we're also not talking about me spending $300 a pop either. Like, I'm spending 25 bucks here and there at a Dollar Tree, and I make how much more back from that. So And then that money, just for all of y'all haters out there, that money also gets applied towards our bills that we need to pay to survive as humans. So I'm not just being callous and being like, oh, big deal, so what, I might go blind, I know it's an issue, feel bad for me. No, I want to go get my eyes checked. I want to go to the doctor. I want my Dexcoms, okay? I want them. I don't want to be living like this. But we don't have the money. And there's nothing else we can do about it until, like, the plan of action, quite honestly, is until my husband gets his taxes back this year, and then I can use that to pay towards our deductible, and hopefully then we can afford some of the things that I'm going to need to survive each month. So I need to get in the house and go take care of my friend's animals, and I'm going to end this little rant, woe is me story, I guess, right here, because I feel bad that I even brought it up, and I don't know if I should even share it or if I will, but sometimes you just have moments you're not proud of, and the last couple days have been moments I have not been proud of or have felt good about whatsoever. So there, I got it out. And like I said, whether I post this video or not, I guess at least I'm not just sitting here harboring it, thinking about everything and stewing over it. So alright, you guys, I will pick this vlog up later and see you in a little while. Bye.